everyone. So nice to see you again on this lovely Saturday morning with these two incredible young people in our presence. Tell us about yourselves in high school and what was that pivotal moment where you decided, I'm gonna make a change?
For me in high school, my main thing was really just like chasing knowledge, curiosity. Growing up as a small child, I used to like make potions under my bathroom sink. I used to like paint it on my brother, like trying to fix his allergies. I don't know. I was a wild child. But in high school, that really led me to pursue biology and chemistry, which led me to internships in that space. And I was really excited to pursue cancer research or Alzheimer's research because these were things that growing up in Northern Virginia, like you heard about like this person's parent has cancer or a grandparent has Alzheimer's. But then when I got to my first internship, and this kind of goes back to the pivotal moment that we were discussing earlier, when I got to my first internship at a cancer therapeutics company in Boston, they were like, actually, you are not gonna be working on cancer, here's a malaria project. And I was really upset. And then I read the statistic that a child dies every 60 seconds due to malaria. And that really stuck with me, and that was really hard. And I called my mom at home, and I was like, Mama, did you know that a child dies every 60 seconds due to malaria? And she's like, no, I didn't know that, but I had malaria every year growing up. And I was like, what? You had malaria every year growing up? Because my mom grew up in India. And so I realized that this is really a problem that is affecting the majority of the population of the world, and something that in the US we weren't really speaking about at all, about infectious diseases. And so Malaria Free World was born, my passion for global health started, and I started really channeling all my energies towards fighting against diseases in low resource settings.
Can you share with us maybe some challenges or specific failures that you've had to endure and go through to get to where you are now, and potentially what you learned from those?
Definitely. So I think that the most pivotal moment and failure for me really kickstarted my passion for entrepreneurship and what I have today and what I built Slay to Play. So when I was younger, when I was 8 years old, my brother and I were both diagnosed as pre-diabetic. And I'm sure you can imagine that is very tough news for a kid to hear. Like when you're 8 years old, you don't expect to hear that Monday morning at 8 a.m. But little did I know that it ran in my family. It was a generational pattern that happened. My aunts had it, my grandmother had it, she passed away from it, so I knew that we really had to take care of it. I made the steps to build a healthier lifestyle and to really not just nourish myself with confidence, but also physically and nutritionally. And so then I learned eventually after looking at the stats of diabetes that this problem extended far beyond me. And while I was doing the work to build a healthier lifestyle through working out, playing tennis, and running track all the time, the stores weren't really doing their part. I mean, I would go to the stores, I would see shelves lined with a wide array of sports beverages, really enticing labels, I might add, and really bright colors, but they were hiding the loads of sugar and chemicals in these beverages that, again, this problem extended beyond me. It wasn't just my struggle, it wasn't just my challenge anymore. It was what I believe a generation's struggle and also humanity in general. So the whole idea for Slay began to emerge, and fast forward 10 years later, after working with some really bright minds, we've been able to form an option and a solution for this generation, a natural sports drink. So I think that really helped me develop a mindset of just like discipline and just staying committed to what I know needs to be done.
Amazing. So you learned that discipline through getting through that challenge and difficulty. What do you think in the moment kept you persevering and pushing forward?
Definitely, great question, thank you. I definitely have to say that being able to have a long-term mindset is essential for everyone, no matter what dream you have, no matter what vision you have, no matter what challenge you want to embark upon. As long as you know where you want to be and who you want to become at that end point, that's going to be the fuel that keeps pushing you forward. Because I feel like a lot of times if we just focus on an instant moment of how we're feeling, it's kind of easy to give up in that moment. But if you just envision, who do I want to be? Like, what am I working towards? What's the long-term goal? And you know how you're going to feel when you get there, that's going to empower you to continue to persist and to again, be committed to that mission and vision.
Really figuring out what things you're very passionate about and what change you want to see in the world, not only now, but 20 years from now, and really focusing your energies that you have right now on that. And like, for example, for me, like in high school, I was very, very invested in doing global health advocacy work. And in college, that global health advocacy work really transformed into me doing global health research in a very technical way. So I work with cells and machines and ultrasound all day now. And that's very on a minute scale. I'm very, very pipetting, pipette tips. I work in a lab all day. But the whole impact is to transform the way that global health therapeutics are delivered. And so that really exciting passion and inspiration for advocacy work is still there, but has also transformed into channeling that energy towards creating impact for so many people. That energy also transforms in different ways as you go through different phases of your life. And then hopefully by the time in medical school, that will transform into a clinical passion for delivering global health therapeutics and not only creating them. So if you find that passion early on, you can create impact at every step of the way while also having that long-term goal in mind and building towards that by failing fast and failing often.
I would love to dive in a little bit more with you all in terms of that topic of why youth should be contributing to these larger conversations. What are your thoughts there? And why is that so important?
Yeah, well, I mean, going back to Gen Z, we each hold a beautiful magic within us. And I like to classify that as our gift, right? It's so different. It cannot be duplicated. It cannot be mimicked. Everyone has a different gift. And I think that is so important because this upcoming generation, we're going to start being in this world. We have to share our perspective. We're not able to see how vibrant the world can be if we don't contribute to what we want to pursue. So the really awesome and the really cool thing about our gift, again, going back to that, our magic, our vision, is that when you have a vision, you're the only one with that lens. You're the only one who can see it. No one else was born with that perspective or that lens to be able to truly make your vision move. We don't want to always think the same because if we were all the same, the world would be the same color. We would all be beige. And what's fun with just having beige? You know what I mean? You want to spice it up. You want to make it fun.
We're so grateful to have you here with us this weekend. Once again, Alana Andrews and Kritika Singh.